Hi beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today is a video you probably didn't expect from me, but I'm a sucker, so here we are. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Fruity Pebbles collection in collaboration with Makeup Revolution. Now, I am always the person who's like, we don't need a collab for everything, we don't need stupid collabs. Like the Reese's collab with Hip Dot was adorable, right? But totally unnecessary. But in my heart and soul, I knew I needed this, so I picked it up from Ulta's site. So I have the big makeup bag here. There's also a small little clear one with the characters on it from Flintstones, which is really cute. I got the big one. I also have the eyeshadow palette in the Cocoa Pebbles form, as well as the regular Fruity Pebbles highlighter here for you. So first things first, this bag was $16 on Ulta's site. I think it's adorable. I had to have the big one. I wanted the big one. It's kind of clear plasticky. I haven't opened it up yet, so I don't know what the inside looks like, but I guess let's do that. So the inside is just red. It has some little pockets on the inside, but it's just red, and I had to have the big makeup bag. I just thought it was so cute, even though I have a ton of makeup bags. The eyeshadow palette, which is kind of like the star of the collection, there's two different ones. So they have the regular Fruity Pebbles one, which is super colorful and rainbowy, just like the cereal, but I wanted the one that was more neutral, so I got the Cocoa Pebbles one. And I had my husband smell it, and we can't determine if it's scented. I think it is chocolate scented, but here is the Cocoa Pebbles eyeshadow palette. It's very pretty overall. I think it's really cute. We're going to do an eye look with that today. And then I picked up the regular, oh, and that cost $22. The palette was $22. I thought it was kind of a lot for Revolution prices, but it was $22. And then the bag was $16. And then we have the highlighter, which was $10. And this is the regular Fruity Pebbles. Looks like a cereal box. And then we have the Fruity Pebbles front face of the highlighter, and then the highlighter is like all kinds of crazy Fruity Pebbles magic in here, which is very fitting for the cereal, and I love the packaging actually being the cereal. So I'm not sure how this color is going to look on me, but I wanted to test it out. So overall, my order came out to $48 for this collection, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, but let's go ahead and get started testing it out. Real quick guys, before we get started with the eyeshadow, I do want to give a quick shout out to my shop, theopencrypt.com. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming out soon, which is like a vintage Halloween inspired fall scent collection, which is coming out with candles and wax melts. I also have a whole bunch of new accessories. I did restock our pumpkin friend, pumpkin patch, and haunted house earrings on the site, so it's available now if you want to check it out at theopencrypt.com. I'd appreciate it. It's all handmade by myself, by me. And now let's get started with the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base in Fair. I said all that very quickly. So while I'm letting this get tacky for a second, let's talk about this collab. First of all, Revolution has a lot of cute things, and they have like chocolate bar stuff and everything, so I could see something like this from them. I just kind of expected more of a Hip Dot, you know, who collaborates with any random thing in the world to make this. So I'm happy that it's not Hip Dot, since I have a vendetta against them. I'm happy it's I Heart Revolution. The I Heart Revolution is the more cutesy version of the regular Makeup Revolution brand. They have like several different versions of their brand, and I'm happy to see this collaboration. I love Fruity Pebbles. I think they're delicious. I don't eat cereal with milk, which is weird. I would rather just like scoop up a cup and eat the stuff dry, like Pops and Fruity Pebbles. Like they're great things dry. I also love cereal bars, like Lucky Charm bars. Frosted Flakes bars are the next level of the cereal bar category. And then back in the day, if I remember correctly, they had cereal straws, and one of them was Fruity Pebbles, and it was so good. And they have Fruity Pebbles ice cream, which I searched forever to find, then finally found it, and it was very good. It was very good. Not as good as the Lucky Charms ice cream, but the Fruity Pebbles ice cream is still good. You can find it at Walmart, and if you have Go Puff in your area, you can Go Puff it. So let's go ahead and do the eyeshadow now. We're going to use the Cocoa Pebbles eyeshadow palette. I was like, ooh, do I want to put highlighter on? I think I'm just going to do that a second. So in the imprints of the eyeshadows, some of them have like little spoons, because it is a cereal theme. Some have a little spoon imprints in there, which I think is very pretty. There is a good mix of mattes and shimmers in here. It is more shimmers than mattes, but I think that makes sense for the, you know, cereal theme and everything, because, you know, it's a very shiny, kind of sugary coated cereal, honestly, but there's still good a mix of mattes in here that are like staple colors. So first thing I want to go into is the shade, oh, I hold it like this to see the shade names. I'm going to go into the shade Puffs, which is a light cream, and we're going to use a simple double-ended brush from Sigma today for this look. That picked up really well on the brush. I'm going to tap off our excess, stop this creasing that we have going on already, and I'm going to put this really high up just to set this area. And actually, that had a little bit of pigment to it. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It has a little bit of pigment to it. There's with none. Has a little bit of a cream tone to it. I didn't know if this light color would show up, but so far so good. And I am still like wondering, because I don't buy much Revolution eyeshadow palettes usually, because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. Is $22 an average price for them? Because I feel like it's a little higher for being on the drugstore end. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on now to Caveman, which is this matte right here. I'm going to tuck this. It's kind of cute. Since it's a lighter shade, I'm going to tuck this in the first half of my crease. So, didn't really blend out too. I'm going to take up a little bit extra. I'm just going to tuck this in the first half. There we go. That's more pigment to it. I had to like bump in there instead of just like a little dab. But there's the first color in here. Not like a revolutionary color by any means, but it did the job. And for a Cocoa Pebbles theme, I doubt you're going to go like crazy colorful with it. Or crazy like dramatic with these kind of colors. 'Cause they're all, you know, pretty tame besides the orange. Let's move on now to the shade Rocks, which is this one. It's kind of more of a warmy tone to it. I'm going to go in the same brush, tap off the excess, and put this in the outer half of the crease. And this one we're going to build up on. So this is not going to be the end color for this outer crease. But you can tell it is slightly darker. It's slightly more orange to it. So I'm going to pack this on and then we'll add to it. I will say this formula is easy to work with. Like, it's not revolutionarily pigmented. You do kind of have to build these colors up. But with these kind of similar tones, I do feel like it's kind of hard to mess up, you know, this eyeshadow. I feel like the colors are easy to work with. Yeah, they do take a little more extra building than like a really nice high-end palette. But you can't mess up with this eyeshadow palette. So I'm now going to go into a mix of, do I want to do Barney or Chocolatey? So we have Barney here, which is cute. And Barney Rubble was always a great character in the Flintstones. And we have Chocolatey. I do also like the test of time of Fruity Pebbles being Flintstones themes. Even though Flintstones isn't like a popular cartoon anymore and the movies in the 90s have kind of like died out in popularity, I do feel like the fact that these are still Flintstones characters being like popular today through a cereal is really cool, you know? I think that's really cool. Like, we don't have a Smurf steer that lasted the test of time like Fruity Pebbles and Flintstones have. I think we're just going to go with Chocolatey since it's the darkest shade in here. We're going to do Chocolatey. And we're going to just add to this outer corner color just to darken that up. And the darker color is going to bring our eyes out, which is great because I don't want my eyes looking little. I want my eyes looking big at all times. I just remembered though that I did do a cosplay as Wilma Flintstone one time and that was really fun. She's my favorite. I love all the redheads in like old classic shows and stuff. And I did watch the Flintstones a lot growing up because it's what my mom watched when she was younger. So, you know, naturally as a parent, if you gotta watch kids shows, you might as well watch the ones that you're familiar with. So I watched a lot of Flintstones and Smurfs and Snorks. If you know what a Snork is, I'm very proud of you because I feel like a lot of people don't know what that is. Anyways, the first shimmers, now I'm gonna do two. I'm just gonna put them on my finger. I'm gonna go into, oh, do I want to use the yellow or the orange? Let's do the orange actually. Let's go into Snack, which is this bright orange shimmer. I'm going to put this on the first half of my lid. Not the most impactful orange there. Like, it looks really popping in the pan and swatched out, but applied straight to this primer. It does have like a different yellow and orange effect to it, but it's not like phew, that amazing, I guess. So I'm using Chip Off the Old Block, which is this kind of purplier shade here for my outer lid. And I must say, it looks... I mean, I've gone in here twice now. It looks kind of blue. Like, it looks kind of purpley on my finger and in the pan here. But it's just not anything spectacular or glamorous or really pretty looking on the actual lid. I'm going to take this with no extra product now. Just buff these shimmers into the crease so everything kind of mushes and mashes together. Yabba dabba do me later. And now I'm going to do my lower lash line with the shader part of the brush. I'm going to go into Barney since it is the only matte we didn't use. I'm going to go into Barney right here, which is kind of a medium brown shade. Has a little bit more of a mustardy undertone it looks like, and I'm just going to dust this under the lower lash line. Wait, is there a Dino shade in here? There's no Dino shade in here. Nothing's called Dino in here. We have a Bam Bam. We have Caveman. We have Family. We have a shade called Family. But we don't have a Dino shade in here. Also, I like the name Fruity Pebbles since Pebbles is the daughter in the Flintstones. I think that's really cute. We have a Bam Bam shade. We don't have a Dino shade. Why is there no Dino shade in here? I'm calling bullshit. They have a Quarry shade in here and a Club shade in here and a Lifelong Pal shade in here. Where is the representation of Dino in this palette, y'all? I have qualms with this. Quarry, qualms with this one. Anyways, this is my eyeshadow. Nothing spectacular. I'm gonna try the highlighter now, the Fruity Pebbles highlighter, which is super stunning looking. I'm just gonna go into a mix of all of it because why not? That looks bizarre on my brush. Tap off a little bit of the excess, I guess. This looks like a rainbow. Okay, let's just see how it applies when it's all like smushed together on the brush and then smushed together all in my face. It's cute. I mean, it definitely pulls yellow. I can see a lot of the yellow shades in here, so even though I'm mixing everything in here, when you put it on the brush, it looks like a lot of blue and green. When you put it on the face, it definitely looks like a lot of gold yellow. So I do think it's wearable. And I do think I can get away with wearing it, no problem. It doesn't look bizarre. It does look a little bit yellow. If you were anything like 2 shades deeper to me in your skin tone, or darker, I think it's gonna work beautifully. It just pulls a little too yellow for my very cool toned skin. But this is the highlighter and the eyeshadow. Could be better, could be worse. It's fine. I'm gonna go pop on some mascara, lashes, lipstick, finish up my face now. I'll be right back and then I'll talk about what I think of the collection overall. Alright guys, so this is the finished look using the Fruity Pebbles collection from I Heart Revolution. Here is my eye look up close. It's nothing like revolutionary or anything. I really think that orange isn't popping like it should. And then the highlighter looks glassy and gorge. Like, I really love it. It's a little yellow for me, especially like on the top of my brow bone here, but it's absolutely beautiful and I think it's really cute packaging. So I'm very happy with the highlighter. So overall, highlighter, love. I think it'll work for most skin tones too because it does have that variety of colors in there. A little bit yellow for me, but definitely doable for anyone even slightly darker than me in complexion. But like, even for me, I think it works. You know, pretty good. It's pretty good highlighter. I think it's really cute for $10. The bag. I love the bag. I think it's adorable. Do I need it? No. Was it worth $16? I mean, it's got some good size to it. So I'm going to just go ahead and say yes because obviously I needed it for some reason. I don't know. And then the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette's the one thing I'm kind of conflicted on. Definitely, I can't judge the Fruity Pebbles one because the Fruity Pebble one is more bright and colorful. But going off the formula of this one, I would say it's good if you want the theming of it. But good if you're like a beginner with eyeshadow or you're not really super confident with using darker colors because these don't go very dark. But if you're someone who wants something more bold, you want something more grungy, you want something deeper, you want something a little more smoky, I don't think it's really worth it because you do have to like build up the shadows more and they don't get very dark. Like even using the darkest shade for outer corner here, it's not that dark even though it looks super dark in the pan. I would say if you're someone who's like, ooh, I want a simple look, I don't have to really worry about messing it up, I think it's a great palette for that. But it doesn't blow me away as far as quality. But again, $22 and really cute themed. So overall, the Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles collection from I Heart Revolution, I would rate a 6.5 out of 10. It would be a 7 or 8 out of 10 if I guess the pigments in this were more pigmented, I guess. I don't know. I'm just really happy with it. I think it's super cute, you know? Like I told myself I wasn't gonna buy any makeup in the next couple of weeks or like much makeup at all because I have so much stuff. I don't need anything, you know. I'm kind of feeling that Peter Pan thing from Colourpop, but I told myself I wasn't really gonna buy much, but when I saw this I had to have it and I don't really regret purchasing it anyways. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you want to see next on my channel in the comment section down below. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.